This is Vargas, and I am back again with part 3 of the recent purchases that I have in storage through Power Movies. So, this is a number of months of purchases that I was just stockpiling with him, and he finally said, I have too much to keep in storage. I gotta meet up with you, and I meet up with him, and I cleared everything that I had out. So let's get started. A number of blind buys this time around, but I picked this one up because it's an Artisan DVD release, and Artisan is a now out of business DVD publisher. They release a lot of movies, and a lot of these movies haven't been picked up by other companies. Some of them have. The more popular ones have. At least as far as I've researched, the more populars have been picked up by other DVD distributors, and others are kind of like lost in limbo, either because of rights or what have you. So whenever I come across one of these defunct DVD publishers, I do like to pick them up because they're movies that are stuck in this release. And this one I haven't seen, but it stars Chris O'Donnell. It stars Rachel Leigh Cook, Jeremy Davis, John Polito, and Michael Rappaport. And it's 29 Palms. Couldn't tell you anything one about this one, but the back says it's about an undercover FBI agent that uncovers illegal gambling activities in an Indian casino. So, yeah, looks to be like a crime thriller. So that might be good. Picked up this one, because why not? It's Holy Ghost. Again, haven't seen this one. This is a blind buy, but it's a documentary about... it's a documentary about the guy that says here that lets himself be led by the Holy Spirit. He just follows the giant magnet and just does a documentary of him just going around, I guess. Just, today I think I'm going to record a mountain. And he goes and records a mountain. So, I don't know. This might be an interesting movie project, but we'll see how it turns out. This one is Mom's Night Out. This is says it's about a mom that's losing her cool, so that she decides to go out with her friends, and she leaves the dads, and the dads are useless, and they start causing chaos. But it stars Shane Austen, so I don't know. This one I thought was the sequel. I'm not gonna lie. I saw this one in the cheap album, and I was like, oh, I need this one. So I picked up the Raid Redemption, thinking it was the sequel, but it's actually the first one, and I already own the first one over there. So my bad. But yeah, now I have 2 copies of the Raid Redemption. But whenever I mess up like this, I pass it along to one of my brothers. My brothers like action movies too, and they like martial arts movies. So I'll ask them along see if they want it, and if they want it, I'll just pass it along to them. But I would like to mail out DVD movies to a lot of the people that I follow and I'm friends with. But living here in TJ, it's kind of hard for me to mail out stuff from Mexico to the U.S. because it's kind of expensive. And I need to figure out a way to cross the border during a weekday and see if I can send a package that way. But that's something that I'm still looking into. But yeah, now I have a double copy of the Raid. I like TV shows. I always like picking up stuff from the History Channel or National Geographic because they're educational stuff that I like. And picked up Ancient Worlds Classics. This is 5 episodes on 3 DVD discs featuring King Tut's Final Secrets, Finding Atlantis, Quest for Noah's Flood, Stonehenge Decoded, and Quest for the Phoenicians. And I like this kind of stuff. I like hearing about ancient history and these lost civilizations that no longer exist. So I'm always up for that. And I got this one in the cheap album, so heck yeah. Blind Buy. Uh, don't know a thing one about this one. It looks to be like a crime thriller. So I was like, why not? And 7 times lucky. But ask me what it's about. I can't tell you. It says that Kevin Polak, who was in End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger, also in The Usual Suspects. Oh, there you go. It's a worn-out grifter who has just broken the most important rule about among con artists: don't ever bet with the boss's money. So I guess he loses the money and people are after him. But might be cool. This looks to be like one of those low-budget knockoff movies, because it's a Street Warrior. It says Iraq veteran Jack Campbell heads back home, searching for peace, but when he arrives, he finds his only brother in a coma after falling victim to a brutal and corrupt fight club. So he tries to take revenge by joining said fight club. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This has the vibe like it's one of those low-budget mockbusters or inspired by a more popular movie. But it looks cool. The premise sounds interesting, so this might actually be really good. Speaking of movies that look like mockbusters, this is Free Runner. Also, this cover looks familiar. I hope I didn't double buy this one. But it looks to be like a group of people that do parkour, and they come across something that they probably shouldn't have, and they're trying to escape. Yeah, this reminds me of one of the movies that Luc Besson did, whose name I can't remember. Got remade with Paul Walker. So yeah, maybe this is a knockoff of that, but yeah. Picked up Resistance with Bill Paxton and Julia Armand. It says it's an epic tale of courage, passion, and sacrifice. After American fighter pilot Ted Price, Bill Paxton is shut down on a reconnaissance mission over occupied Belgium. Local underground members hide him in a secret room, believing him to be a resistance leader, with him and his wife, Julia Armand. But then betrayal happens. So, and this says it's Dakota Sky owned this movie, or I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up because Dakota Sky sounds like someone, maybe a wrestler. I don't know, but she tagged her name, so I own her movie now. Picked up this Martin Lawrence movie. I like picking up Martin Lawrence. He was really cool when he started out. Then I don't know what happened to him. I think I don't want to speak badly. It's just my personal opinion. It seems like his ego kind of got the best of him. Because you could see that in the Martin TV show. It started off really good, really funny. And then you could kind of feel there was friction between the other cast members and Martin Lawrence. And the quality of the show kind of took a sharp dip down. And you can also notice it in some of his movies. He wasn't as funny or as charismatic. It's just my personal take on Martin Lawrence. But this one looks to be like one of his earliest ones. So maybe done before Thin Line Between Love and Hate. So yeah, this is Talking Dirty After Dark. He looks really young, so that's why I'm assuming it's before Thin Line before Love and Hate. So yeah, hopefully it will be really good. It will be a really good funny comedy because yeah, Martin Lawrence started doing some really bad movies, unfortunately. So yeah, it happens. It happens a lot with unfortunately with some actors. Picked up this one, another blind buy, but it has Cuba Gooding Jr., which what really happened to him after he won his Oscar? Poor guy. And James Woods, Endgame. Not the Marvel Endgame, but Endgame. And wait a minute, it also has Burt Reynolds. What the hell? How come he didn't get top billing? Yeah, that's Burt Reynolds right there. Maybe he has like a very, very small role. But yeah, it looks to be like a political thriller. So, might be good. And the last one I picked up in this video that I'm going to share is starring Mark Ruffalo, Ethan Hawke, and Amanda Peet. What Doesn't Kill You. with a slipcover. Ooh. Big fan of slipcovers. I know a lot of people hate slipcovers. They toss them away. It's just a nice little bonus for me. If it has the slipcover, awesome sauce. If it doesn't have the slipcover, it's not the end of the world. But always happy to find slipcovers. And this one is a it's a crime thriller. Two brothers started off as street thugs, and then they fall under the organized crime, and then they're trying to get out. So yeah, street crime. So yeah, there you go. Some very interesting blind buys, I think. I like blind. In case if you've been following me for a while, or you again see my social media, I like blind binding a lot of movies, because I like finding weird random stuff that maybe not a lot of people have seen, or maybe not a lot of people know about, or I've never seen or knew about. And I come across some really good movies. Sometimes they're not that good, I will admit, but sometimes they're pretty good, and I like that discovery. I like finding a movie that I can talk about with other people. So my recommendation of this is a movie that I have seen. I've seen numerous times, but apparently not so much that I couldn't remember that this was the first one and not the sequel. But The Raid Redemption. Amazing movie. This Dread, the Carl Urban movie, got a lot of flack because they said they were ripping off The Raid. But that one and this one got made at the same time, so it wasn't that they're ripping off. It's just, I guess, two people just had a really good idea, and it is totally different. Where Dread doesn't take place in a building as this. Dread is an action movie, and this is just a martial arts extravaganza. So I still am in the hunt for the sequel. So I need to get the sequel. So yeah, that was this DVD update. I think I'll do 2 more videos with the DVDs that I have left. So stay tuned for that. But until I see you all again, if you would leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. It really motivates me to keep recording videos. I honestly, I would collect and buy DVD movies regardless. But yes, keeping the channel going by seeing more likes, comments, and subscriptions is really motivating to me. So I would appreciate it if you do. But if not, but you just enjoyed the video, that's also very cool. So stay tuned for the next 2 videos. I'll do 2 more videos with what I got. So stay tuned for that. But until I see you all again, please take care, and I'll see you in the next video.